So here you've got, and the whole reason I tell this is coming back to this atheist Christmas coloring book. Parents don't take responsibility. They'll shove something in their kid's face because the kid wants it, and they never read it. And now you got a dude sitting out there that has put together a coloring book for atheists. Now, it's probably my viewpoint that most atheists are smart enough, even at 50, 60, 70 years old, all they can do is a coloring book. But a coloring book for children promoting atheism, come on folks, you can tell your kid no and they won't go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal with a toy in it. You can look at the book and throw it in the trash and say, nah, I don't want my kid looking at anything like this. That's not what I want for him. That's not what I want for him. So, what's going on? Is this country going to go to hell in a handbasket? No, it's not. Because the listeners that are listening to me are listening to other people, we're listening to people, and this stuff is now getting out. And we're beginning to recognize and understand that, that we're being manipulated, and we're not being manipulated by the people that we want to. I mentioned earlier that I had posted a link for something from MSNBC, and I did. And what it was, and go to the website, and you'll see a proposal would allow the internet service providers to ration web traffic. Wow, folks, this is the article. You need to go to the website and you need to read this, because let me tell you something. This is something that you don't want. You don't want the federal government being able to manipulate your bandwidth, where you can go. Net neutrality. You can't have it. You've got to get on. You've got to read. You've got to see what's being done. The FCC, you know, the head of the FCC, I don't think he's really that help on this thing. And if you've got articles, send them to me. I want to know. If you've got information, send it to me. We'll probably put something on the site for tips to where you can send in. But it's the reading I've had. This guy's not all that interested in controlling the internet, but somebody is. Now, who is that somebody? I don't know. Is it the President of the United States? I don't know. Who is it? Are there people that's taking money from Spooky Dude and they're in the background at the FCC pushing it? I don't know. All I do know is this isn't what we want. We have never in the history of the world had such a vast highway of information. There are countries that people can't get into all this information. You know, I guess I probably realized that, but until I heard it talked about one day on a news program, and it just struck me, holy moly, there are people in communist China who can't go on the internet and pull all of this information that I play for you, set up a website and pull these things down, and so that you've got a concise place to come from just a common ordinary guy that says, hey, this scares me, I'm going to put it up here, I hope it scares you into doing something. Man, we can't let this happen. Michelle Obama has, we have a, Michelle Obama, is Michelle Malkin. Oh my goodness, boy, that is absolutely the other end of the spectrum, don't you think? Has an article I want you to, actually it's a video I want you to listen to about this omnibus bill, and we're gonna talk about this bill a little bit. We've got enough time left, I think, to get everything in today that we wanted to do, and we need to talk about it. But I won't be able to let you hear that one, but we will talk about it in a few minutes. What I do want to do is I want to find a couple of, at least one of the clips here. Let's see, this is Senator McConnell on the 2,000-page bill. No one has seen it. Listen to this. I seem to have dead air. Don't know what happened to it, but it's not there. Okay, we'll go ahead. We know what's in it, so we'll try to let you know everything that's in it, but I'm wondering what happened to it. Okay, so we don't have Senator McConnell. Let's see, I can't pull it off there and do it. No one has seen it. Okay, here's our problem, folks. Our problem is that we have a bill that is 1,924 pages long. And we've got to have this thing passed for spending to support the country next year for $1.27 trillion, and it's got to be passed or there's not going to be funding for the government to go on. I think it's after Saturday night. So all my lamenting about the fool on the hill, both of them, all that lamenting about waiting to the last minute, they're really going to the last minute for this one. Now, what are the inherent problems of this bill? That's what we want to know. What are the inherent problems of this bill? I think the first problem is that it's 2,000 pages long. And he wants it to be voted on immediately. What? He wants this bill to be voted on immediately. Nobody, when McConnell did this soundbite that we had, he hadn't even seen the bill. Yesterday you saw McCain get up and he slapped this foot-high wad of paper on the podium in front of him. That was the bill. The Heritage Institute at heritage.org surmised that it would take around 50 hours for a normal person just to read this bill.